My name is Rhapsody. Welcome back to Slay the Spire. We are going to be playing the Ironclad. Ascension 12. Alright, so Ascension 12 includes upgraded cards, appear less often. 8 max HP for a random rare relic. Oh my god, it's the Dead Branch. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card into your hand. So, what we're going to want to do this floor is just hit as many shops as we possibly can. And in those shops, we are looking specifically for the card Corruption, the uncommon power, Corruption. Yes, this does mean that basically the entire episode is dictated by the first relic that I got, but also, it's dope as hell. Dropkick, flex, clothesline. Well, if I was going for the infinite here, I'd take that dropkick. But the infinite is difficult to do when you have Ascender's Bane in the deck. Means you need to cut an extra card, and that's just really difficult to do. It's already so harsh to try and achieve. Take the 8 here. Come on, Ascender's Bane gives us True Grit. Alright, could be worse. Got him, and find nothing I want there. Take the money here, just in case. Feel no pain. Whenever a card is exhausted, gain 3 block. Yes, we'll also take a True Grit here. Exhaust a random card in your hand. Both of those obviously really good for our build right now. Upgrade 2 random cards. We get the Bash upgrade, could be really good, and is really good, because we have the Gremlin Knob to go up against. Sever Soul would have been lovely there, but Bash is very important to set up the vulnerability on the enemy. Okay. We'll block that turn, and then Sever Soul for the kill. Strawberry, raise your max HP by 7, as well as, do I just take the Whirlwind? No, it's important I don't thicken up the deck too much. That said, I will rest here. It's important that I live. Okay, let's upgrade that Feel No Pain. Pantograph at the start of boss combat, seal for 25 HP. Okay, that means that I can probably take another upgrade where I otherwise mightn't have. Entrench isn't that good here. Come on, and lethal? No. 1 short of lethal this time. With the upgraded strike thereafter, we would have dealt 13 damage. Havoc, play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. Obviously really good for this style of deck. I do want Feel No Pain in play, but the strongest opening we can have is a Bash Strike here. Yeah. Still just really important, I feel. True Grit first. Fire Breathing. That's probably not even going to pay me 6 damage before the end of the fight. Is that true? Well, it's not going to pay me 9 damage. Definitely Feel No Pain Havoc. It's a strike. Ooh, a Shockwave I don't get to play there as well. That's unfortunate. I'll Bloodletting for the extra strike here just because this is starting to look kind of dire. I'll defend before I True Grit. Getting an Iron Wave, okay. Pretty reasonable pickup there. Havoc gets a Shockwave, which exhausts. Lovely. The enemy is now vulnerable for long enough that I feel comfortable not using the Bash this turn. I'll kill the enemy next turn. I don't need to lose any more HP here. Good Mylark Vulin, hello. Blood Vial at the start of each combat. Heal 2 HP. Infernal Blade, add a random attack to your hand, it costs 0 this turn, exhaust, and then Infernal Blade costs 0 once it's upgraded as well. We'll upgrade the Havoc first. Corruption. Found it. Now we just cut strikes. Yeah, removing a card from the deck is still the better idea here. And then we want to upgrade Corruption so that I can play it on only 2. Yeah, this is great. So we do need to thicken up the deck at this point. I know I just removed a bunch of stuff, blah, 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 blah. But what we actually need to do is... Ooh. Hang on. What we actually need to do is thicken up the deck with skills, which is why the sudden difference. So I've only been cutting strikes. Okay, Corruption. I probably should have played the Havoc first, actually. I didn't really want to exhaust that Havoc. Okay, so we got the Juggernaut out, as well as Feel No Pain. Feel No Pain, whenever a card is exhausted, gain 4 block. Juggernaut, whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. You can see how these provide value with one another. Actually don't care to play anything, though. I don't want to fill my deck with Angers. It's really important, frankly, that I don't. Disarm is great here. Bludgeon's okay, but I want to exhaust that fire breathing. Seeing red is ridiculous. Now we can bludgeon. Great. Defend. Another defend. Oh, just the damage is lovely. So now we just have attacks in the entire deck. Yes, that's a bit of a problem for us. We need to suddenly start pushing towards lethal. So I'm going to be using my biggest attacks. Because we have no ability to gain any more block at this point. I'll headbutt that bludgeon back to the top of the deck. Take my 12 lumps here. Bludgeon the enemy next turn. This is what I'm talking about when I say we need to thicken the deck up in terms of... should have been an anger first there, my bad. In terms of skills, so that we don't run into this position often enough that it kills us. Barricade is pretty good with a deck like this if you can find the ability to play it, because then you get to keep all of the block that the Feel No Pain and all of the defense have generated you. You can no longer smith at rest sites, or ectoplasm, you can no longer gain gold. No longer being able to smith at rest sites is a bit rough, because the Infernal Blade and the Barricade both desperately want upgrades. Also, upgraded cards appear less often as a result of the Ascension Mode 12. True Grit also desperately needs an upgrade. There's a lot of things here that really need upgrades, so I'm going to take the ectoplasm. The extra energy is really, really powerful as well. Like, this deck does have a cost reduction mechanic, but it also includes a bunch of cards into your hand. And not necessarily will all of those be skills that you can play for free. Occasionally, those will be attacks. And in that circumstance, you're going to need the ability to play them somehow. If only there were a solution to be able to play more cards using some kind of a... I don't know. I hope Feel No Pain's on top of the deck here. It was! Yay! If only there was some kind of solution involving some sort of a resource that would allow you to play more things. It's a shame no such thing exists. I'm voting out Offering here because I don't really want to use it at all if I can avoid it. Carnage Heavy Blade isn't actually enough for the kill, but we do want a Carnage before we True Grit. Well, here I don't even need to do anything else, right? We just wait. Kill the enemy in a couple turns. Nope. Even Body Slam doesn't really make sense in this deck right now. The Barricade is just here to keep us blocked. Ooh, Fruit Juice, gain 5 max HP. I instantly use that. The only potion you can use outside of combat, by the way. Take a Swift Potion as well, so I can start digging for the right cards at the right times. Well, I just put the frontliner on the ground, right? No other thing makes as much sense. Okay. Shockwave makes a lot of sense here. It reduces the enemy's incoming damage by 1, 12, 13. Okay. Let's defend through grit. Could have been a lot worse. Corruption, Feel No Pain, Infernal Blade, and Havoc. These are all of the parts of Exodia, I'm pretty sure. Alright, let's headbutt to the top of the deck, the Barricade here, then use the Havoc to play it. Power through, and then Second Wind to burn all those cards out of my hand. We're now just defended until the end of time, frankly. Exhume is quite good, allows me to pull another card out of the deck that I want to play again. Is there any? I guess I'll headbutt to the top of the deck a Bash. Then I'll Exhume Havoc. Getting us another card. Seeing Red just gets us extra energy as well. Havoc to play the Bash. Perfected Strike makes no sense here. It's very little damage. Oh, look, a Limit Break that does nothing. Well, it might do nothing right now, but in the future. Ah, yes, in the future. That we're not going to get to because I'm playing it. Sentinel, nice. If this card is exhausted, gain block. It was exhausted. We gained block. I mean, what else needs to be said? What can I say but yikes? Let's put the headbutt back atop the deck. Oh, Infernal Blade for a free attack. Definitely don't need to kill this turn. It's fine. We can wait. Got him. Nope. None of those necessary for the deck. Okay, so Ectoplasm. So this is probably my last opportunity to use any of these. We'll take a Warcry. That is any of these, as in my points of gold. Yeah, no, I didn't need to say it like that, but I did, didn't I? I'm actually going to open with a Bash here, just in case Havoc gets us an attack, and it does. Nice. Thankfully, the Corruption effect overrides. Oh, nice. Overrides Confusion here, so we're in a good position, as I like to call it. What do you mean you've never heard me call it that before? Fair. Ooh, look at that bludgeon. Another Feel No Pain as well. Apparently it's my birthday and everyone forgot to tell me. Let's True Grit that Rupture out. Dual Wield, the Reckless Charge. Feel No Pain. Limit Break for some extra damage, why not? And then just murder the enemy mercilessly. Back on full HP. Probably not another Warcry, not until the first one's upgraded at least. But I definitely want to go for as many elites as is humanly possible. Okay, a Warcry to put the Barricade back atop the deck, and then use a Havoc to play it. Yeah, I don't want to Exhume yet. That's a later game kind of thing for us. Alright, so I just cop my 18 here. Get a couple more turns to set everything up, and ooh, it could not have been set up better, frankly. Burning Pack that. I actually will keep the Fire Breathing here. Burning Pack that as well. I mean, I have Barricades, so I just play these until they're all played, right? Because I'm just keeping all of the block from them. Now I'll play Metallicizing Combust. So the idea behind those is I'm just providing myself some AoE to kill these creeps while I'm attacking the Gremlin Leader primarily. So Exhume will definitely have something valuable that we can find here. I do like a Seeing Red, just some extra energy for us. Ooh, another Flyer Breathing. Flyer Breathing? Man, I thought I used to breathe fly, but then I saw someone. Dude had Flyer Breathing. Alright. Sever Soul Carnage, probably to the back line. Yeah. Sweet. Bash, Havoc, just in case. Oh, nice. Pretty good fight, all in all. Ornamental Fan every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn. Gain 4 block, as well as... No, don't want any of that. Havoc plays... Ooh. Fiendfire is a great pickup here. Hopefully it doesn't give us anything that we desperately need but can't play. 2 copies of Bloodletting. Just kill the frontliner here. Do I even want a Bloodlet? I don't think so. It'd be for what? A strike? Seems lame to me, frankly. I put the demon form back atop the deck here just in case I... Ooh, nice. I put it back atop the deck just in case I happen to generate Havoc there, but I didn't end up generating Havoc. I ended up generating extra energy out of Sentinel. Sentinel is now a card that I can totally just, like, straight up include in this deck, by the way, as well. I'm going to take Dark Embrace for the extra draw here rather than Barricade. Nice. We got Impervious. Wouldn't have gotten that without the Dark Embrace. Alright, I'm going to Armament the Berserk, get the extra energy, because I think that's actually really pivotal. There's another Limit Break in the deck, so I actually will use this one. I hadn't otherwise intended to. Okay, Havoc played another Dark Embrace. We're going to draw way too many cards here. So let's Bloodletting, then Double Tap, Limit Break. Oh my god. I was going to go with something else, but double tapping a Fiendfire here actually works. It's not necessary, but it works. Due to the fact that we actually have the ability to reload in between triggers of the Fiendfire. If you double tap a Fiendfire and you don't have any way to reload, so Dark Embrace refilling your hand or Dead Branch refilling your hand, then you will just cast the first Fiendfire for as many cards as you have in your hand, -1 because of the Fiendfire itself. And then the second one will be cast for 0 cards in hand because you have no cards in hand and it does no damage. Unceasing Top, whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card, sure. That's going to make it really easy for us to... Oh my god, I love when this happens. Feel No Pain, Warcry, the Barricade to the top of the deck to cheat it out. I can't believe how frequently that is working for us right now. That's not a common thing. I need to make that abundantly clear. Ooh, nice Ghostly Armor. Feel No Pain as well as an Infernal Blade. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Nice Entangle. Do you think I even care? I'm not gonna play an Offering. Are you kidding me? Okay. Fens. I'll Rupture, giving me the possibility of playing that Bloodletting without being sad about it. Okay. It also decreases the cost of the Blood for Blood, so... I'm actually going to dual wield the Blood for Blood because I think that we will lower our HP a couple more times over the course of this combat in general. Backliner down. Perfect amount of block remaining. Ooh. Great old Intimidate pickup there. Alright, yeah, this is very much going to be a cakewalk. So my goal is to build a version of this deck that is going to be completely comfortable against the heart. So it needs to be a version of this deck that goes off as quickly as is humanly possible. Vajra start each combat with 1 strength, as well as new. Barricade needs to be upgraded so that I can actually just play it naturally rather than constantly cheating it out. I do want more upgrades, so I'm actually going to take this path rather than get the Emerald Elite here. That does mean, however, the Emerald Elite next floor is going to dictate my entire pathing, which can be a little problematic. Put that back atop the deck. Corruption, defend. Battle Trance is not what I was looking for here, unfortunately. Yeah, we ended up getting Ascender's Bane. So I'll play the Warcry here. It's not going to draw me anything, but I will put the Ascender's Bane back atop my deck so that I have the ability to play this Clash. I really wanted to be able to play the Clash, but... effectively have to take damage to do so. Okay, weaken the enemy. Okay, we're in a good position now. Put that back atop. I'll go for the Inflame, True Grit. And it does hit the Bludgeon. Nice hit for us. Great. Unfortunately, we still don't have the Barricade up. That's on the very bottom of the deck here. Oh, ooh, Juggernaut. Great pickup for us. Hopefully this isn't a power. It's not a power. We get to play both of these Clashes as well then. Dealing just a frankly ridiculous amount of damage to the enemy. Goodbye, Book of Stabbing. Hello, Ice Cream. Energy is now conserved between turns. Ridiculous. I'll take a Disarm as well, which I'll also upgrade. Kind of relevant this floor. Not too relevant, though. I couldn't have known this was going to be a shop, so... oh well. Bottle Tornado just did appear in that shop, by the way, as well, which is a little sad. Bottle Tornado would have allowed me to put the Corruption in my opening hand so that we would just go off it. Oh, never mind. Apparently the Corruption already is in my opening hand. Here I thought it wouldn't be. And yet the game has showed me up. I'm not going to Immolate yet. 22 damage for putting a burn in my deck. I don't know about that. Didn't get a skill out of that, unfortunately. I will now use the skill potion. Finding Flame Barrier. Good pickup. Wow. Getting a lot of expensive stuff that I can't necessarily pay for right now. And I don't get to perfect this fight. Damn. Let's burn that strike out of the deck. Don't hit Entrench, don't hit Entrench, don't hit Entrench. It hit Combust. That's actually the best one it could have hit. For me, at least. Okay, I do want to use Entrench. I'll Offering first. Demon Form. Now I'll Entrench. Okay, great. Fiendfire. We'll bash Fiendfire. Uh-huh. And now the cycle begins anew. Oh my god, we're getting a lot of energy out of this. Alright. Come on, get that extra draw. Disarm the backliner. Alright, so now it's basically just looking like Immolate, Immolate. Rampage. Sure, the deck is completely trash at this point, but does that matter because the enemy is too? Regen Potion. Gain 5 regen, as well as an Offering, Reaper, and a Barricade. Offering. Some nice early draw to get me to what I need. Black Star. Elites drop an additional relic when defeated. I want the extra energy from the Philosopher's Stone, but I also recognize that means 12? 12? No. It means... no, it does mean 12. It means 12 extra damage from the heart on turn 2. Or 3, depending. Still think it's worth it. Alright, Emerald Elite, where are you? Yikes, it's on the opposite side of the map from where I wanted it to be. That is rough. So I get exactly 1 elite this entire floor because of it. I am very glad, for that same reason, by the way, that I didn't take the Black Star, because I could have ended up like I ended up with currently. I could have ended up with a path that I don't get to fight any elites. Not really. Put that Immolator top the deck and then Havoc it for free. Feel No Pain, great. We do want more copies of Feel No Pain in this deck. I'm actually kind of finding it remarkable how few have appeared. It's okay, it's not like it's a problem. Rage, whenever you play an attack this turn, gain 5 block. We don't really do that. Sure, remove the bash. It served its purpose so far. It's performed admirably. Oh my gosh, in heaven. I'm actually gonna Havoc that out. So I don't get the extra card from Havoc there. True Grit hopefully doesn't hit Ascender's Bane. It does, never mind. Let's upgrade that armament to get an extra turn worth of their effects. Oh, right, I have Unceasing Top. I've got to remind myself of that. It's far too easy for me to forget. Ancient Potion is better than a Poison Potion for us there. Yeah, we're pretty much just going to be... Yikes, don't you dare. Okay, cool. Very glad to see that they didn't put a Parasite in my deck there, where they totally could have. $19? Yeah, I can deal with 19. Ridiculous status effects here. Not a huge fan, but it's okay. And now I should basically just be able to chain off until everything's fine. So I've got Warcry Havoc in the hand, so I know that as soon as I find something a little bit too expensive for me, I can just pop that atop the deck and have it played through that. Alright, so I will Warcry the Clothesline to the top of the deck here. And then Havoc it. Oh, the party never stops. Once I've walked in. Alright. I kind of just play things until either I die or the enemy dies, and I can tell you one of those is going to happen first. Which is a useless statement. That's effectively me just saying, this isn't going to be a tie. Of course it isn't. Most things in this game aren't. Okay, so the enemy is actually going to have a ridiculous amount of block after this. Something along the lines of that. Okay, good old Fiend Fire right there. Let's flex before we limit break. Oh, we should be Juggernauting before we exhaust any cards here, right? Hey, there we go. Fiend Fire totally has a place in this deck, actually. One of the very few things I've seen so far that I'm like, actually, I don't know if we can live without that. Offering does pick up the barricade. I'm just gonna disarm the enemy twice there. I don't know, they don't have multi-attacks, but it just seems right. I'm not gonna spend any extra energy this turn. I'm gonna keep it with the Ice Cream for later turns. These skills just give us extra effects for basically no cost there. Ooh, Juggernaut. All right, we're now in the danger zone, and the danger zone is that we have very few skills left in the deck. So things could have gotten a little dicey there. Entrench is actually also really good for this deck. Doesn't need to be upgraded, though. Rare relic, sure. Alright, offering. Tell me what you find. You found good things. Fiend fire out a lot of the worst part of my deck there. More than happy to. And this is all pre... Nice. This is all pre-corruption. We can have all of that go off. Oh, and now it's corruption time. Dual wield the drop kick. Oh, yes. Do love me a good zero cost drop kick. Oh my gosh. I just frankly adore how well this is going right now. Fine, I'll just murder you now. Shovel, you can now dig for relics at rest sites. Yeah, I guess. Madness. Receive 2 madnesses or lose 11 HP. I'm gonna take that, just because those madnesses, when played, exhaust, giving me other cards. Bottled Flame. Upon pickup, choose an attack, start each combat that are in your opening hand. We'll take the Sapphire Key. Okay, so second wind here will actually burn that Sentinel. In flame, then second wind. Okay. So we actually will be taking a little bit of damage here. And now it's the end times for my enemies here, I'm afraid. Teamfire number 1. Exhume pulls out Fiendfire. Fiendfire number 2. Bloodletting. Fiendfire number 3. Yeah, I could have taken less damage there. Another shop that I didn't want to go to. Oh well. Hello, writhing mass yet again. How are you? Ooh, yes. Corruption back to the top of the deck. Happy to play it. That also leaves the Havoc in my deck, which is actually really good for us. Ooh, Barricade. Great pickup as well here. Now that Entrench makes a lot of sense. Don't want to hit the enemy and change their intent to something that I don't have the ability to deal with right now. Fiendfire is effectively just a refresh of my hand. You can't do this to me. I need to be able to hit the enemy to change their intent here. Yep, I'll take 40. I mean, not like it's going to harm me. Sure, another zero-cost barricade in play. That was essential. So, let's put a Dark Embrace back atop the deck, I guess. We'll double tap this Bludgeon. Berserk as well. Didn't want to double tap the Whirlwind, because after the first Whirlwind, the enemy would have had all of the stacks of Malleable on them, which would have defended them for a lot of the incoming damage. Okay. Should have just played Dark Embrace that turn, but it shouldn't matter. Oh, I mean, it doesn't matter this turn. We're still just going to take that. Lame! Didn't have an attack in that hand, just had a lot of wounds. Okay. Not those. Plus 50 max HP on this enemy? Damn, Satan. Don't need to play anything else there, frankly. Shouldn't have even played the Sword Boomerang. Okay. Evolve is really good here. Going to allow me to... Oh my god. Yes, just get those both in play. Evolve is really good here because it's going to offset the negative that we get in draw from the enemy putting burns into our deck. This is the right turn to deal as much damage as we possibly can, so I'm going to try and generate as many cards as I possibly can. Super keen on the ones I got there. Okay. I mean, I guess. I could have gone a lot better, though. I guess the alternative perspective being it could have gone a lot worse. So we should just accept it. Okay. Not really sure why I'm bothering hitting the enemy there. 1 damage per attack is awful. Like, sure, may as well do it, but the ice cream also means I may as well not. Tori, whenever you receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage, reduced it to 1. That's obviously incredible, considering we're going up against the heart. We actually may... Oh my god, with this opening hand. Okay. We may kill the transient here. Dropkick is good. Extra card draw. Looking for something super expensive to put atop the deck that I'm comfortable with. Alright, fine. I'll put the Bludgeon atop the deck. Havoc the Bludgeon. Does Exhume have anything I want right now? It'd just be draw, right? Okay, so I'll Exhume out the Shrug It Off for some extra defense. Now a Warcry. Put that Fiend Fire back atop the deck. That's a later issue, my friend. I want to spread the Fiend Fires out, if I have the ability at least. Okay. Guess I Rage and Second Wind. Oh my god, yep. We'll Inflame, then Havoc, playing the Fiend Fire from atop the deck. This is all still the first turn. Shockwave into Flame Barrier. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's Reckless Charge, Burning Pact out the second Barricade, because there is another one in the deck. I'm afraid that only one of them is allowed to be useful. Sentinel gets us some extra energy, good to see. We'll Sever Soul with that extra energy, burning out those Combusts and Inflame. Berserk for some extra energy. Oh my god, offering for some extra energy and draw. It don't stop, damn it. And now I can play this barricade. Beautiful. That was what was most important to me, knowing that I'd had the ability here to play the barricade. I'm looking through to see if I've accidentally burnt a body slam at any point here, because that's just straight up lethal for us right now. Just trying to scan as quickly as I possibly can. No. Do I have any energy source in my hand? I don't think I do. Okay, so I'll pull out a Sentinel as well. Myself a little bit of extra energy here. And pass. You're right then, Transient. Alright, I'm actually going to play the Brutality for the extra draw. Oh god, I forgot that I have the Unceasing Top. That's fine, that's fine. I'll always have that. Well, I didn't even expect to get that here, but there we got that here. Ooh, Sentinel. I have to recall in this position. But that is the Transient achievement. Great. Very glad to pick that up. Offering, hopefully pick us up something expensive. It doesn't. At least not yet. Or cry pick us up something expensive. It doesn't. At least not yet. Also going to use the regen potion here because while we take the time to set this up, we could still be at risk. Don't entrench. Nice, it didn't hit entrench. Actually, it hit the absolute best target it could have hit for me. Very nice. So barricade's already up. Now we're just looking for corruption. Obviously, if I can avoid it, I don't want to play that other corruption there, but I'm also not totally against playing it just to get it out of my deck. No, Dark Embrace is going to overfill my hand a lot of the time. In an actually troublesome way. So I'm putting like another Thunderclap back inside the deck, get some extra vulnerability in the next hand. Okay, well that's another Entrenched Blade, good. We should basically just now be defended until the end of time. Alright, at least we've got some attacks in the deck that now include Dazed also into the deck. It's important that we have that because we're running out of skills really quickly here. A lot of those skills just did not generate what we needed from them. Which is to say, other skills. Alright. Ooh, another Entrenched. Lovely. Yeah, we're running away with this one. Okay. That Parasite is actually causing a lot of trouble in this deck. Really saddened it got included. Nice. Pick up Impervious there. Really shouldn't be relevant past this point, but hey, it might be. Yeah, should have just kept playing with the Unceasing Top that turn. Having the Unceasing Top stopped by the Parasite means that my next Unceasing Top trigger, unless I'm near a shuffle, isn't going to be stopped by the Parasite, which is obviously incredibly powerful for us. So the Spire Shield and Spear fight could be really bad for us, or it could be totally fine. It really depends on how mean it wants to be. Well, actually, it depends on how mean the draw wants to be. 12-14 for a score. Final act, the ending. Dig, get another relic. Gremlin Horn. Whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. Nothing that I can get from this shop, of course. Start off with an offering. Battle Trance first, just in case. Finds and planes defends. Okay, now we'll Fiend Fire. That's another Fiend Fire right there, so I already know what I'm doing. Thank you for the incredibly easy kill. We will Intimidate. Just for an extra card generation. It's Bloodletting, Power Through, Impervious. Then I can Body Slam for a bunch of damage. Yay! Ooh, nice. Could pick up Barricade this turn. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to really keep us safe. Yeah. Not super fortunate draws for us there, but that's okay. That happens. Fiend Fire for the extra cards. Have I exhumed a Body Slam? I have done. Nice. There's lethal. Ginger, you can no longer become weakened. Alright. Barricade was hit. Lovely. Alright, Fiend Fire. Whew, that was not great. Alright, I'm gonna try and negate. We negated vulnerability though, which is actually huge. Brutality to draw an extra card per turn is really powerful as well. It's going to help me defend against the absolute worst upcoming draws. Also, we've got the enemy weakened for the next turn, so 32 incoming damage is very kind of pitiful, frankly. So we still haven't got the corruption out there, but we're doing grand. Quite pleased. I'm going to dual wield the Sword Boomerang here, just to get a bunch of copies of that in the deck. There's the Sever Soul. Good. Okay, so it just moved position in my hand, I think. Alright. Well, regardless of what it just did, I want to burn out a lot of the effects in that hand. That Body Slam is going to be a kind of core part of our damage. The enemy is about to purge the negative strength, so see? So it didn't really matter that I had that much negative strength stacked up on it. Need more strength in this build right now. That's what's really missing. Let's double tap this uppercut. Get the enemy weak and vulnerable for a couple turns. Sever Soul to burn out the wound and the barricade there. Both cards I desperately don't want to play. I'll play a Rupture, basically just to get it out of my hand. And deck, rather. Try and keep the enemy weakened. So we can kind of slow play this a lot because we are so well defended. But, as might now be evident, there will come a point where we just don't have enough power left in the deck. Thank you, Body Slam. We could just run out at any time. Although that Whirlwind is already lethal. So that is an Ascension 12 victory as well as a Heart victory thereafter. First Relic, Dead Branch. Very soon thereafter, picking up the Corruption. Hell yes. Score at the end is 1864. My name has been Rhapsody. Your name's been Gerald. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There's a playlist in the description down below with all my content on this game, past, present, and future. And hopefully we'll see you next time.